Harry, this is Lord Potato, and this is What If Naruto Decide to Only Train in Taijutsu, Part 6. Yes, this is Part 6, and ow, I hit my fucking toe into the fucking door, but hey, don't worry about it. But other than that, yes, this is Part, 6 about, and of course, no recaps. Go subscribe to Anime Sensei, Iconic What Ifs, and Obito What Ifs. Their links will be in the description, but other than that, this is going to be the second what if of me uploading today, but yeah. But let me, begin. So, we go into Naruto. After the test of Ubiki's, Naruto kinda just didn't do shit on the test. He kinda just sat there and went to sleep. But yeah. He was sitting next to Tamari, and Tamari realized that Naruto was not writing shit down. Naruto was too sleeping. He was too focused in his fucking napping. Now, Naruto was also next to someone who had blonde hair and blue eyes. She turned around and she did notice Tamari kind of cheating. But of course, she was doing the same. And they look at Naruto's test and see that it's fucking blank. This is where the 10th question comes. And Naruto, since he's a one-man army, he doesn't say, he doesn't give up or anything. He stays there and gets ready to fight anyone. Okay, if you can hear that, cutting grass or something, my fucking neighbor is right now cutting grass. For fuck's sake, it's 10 p.m. It's night right now. Everyone should be going to sleep, except for me because I'm a dumbass. But that doesn't give the fucking excuse to go outside and start cutting your grass. For fuck's sake, my neighbor's kind of odd, but okay. They just moved in about a month ago, I guess. I don't remember. I don't pay attention to them, and I don't care. But let me go back into what if. So of course Naruto, he's just he didn't do anything on that test. Batu, who Metal Bat was just looking at the test, and he didn't do shit but just write his name. So of course this is where they are going to go into the next round, the next tuning round. But yeah. Of course, this is where, the tuning exams, the next kind of match is, the kind of Death Forest. This is where the Death Forest appears. Uncle is the proctor, and this is where Uncle waves at her team, which contains the Sanjin Lee, Sayana, and also Hakin. Of course, they wave back. This is where Uncle kind of tries to be very scary enough to Naruto and Metal Bat, but they seem to be unfazed. This is where, everyone is just getting ready, and of course this is where Naruto got a scroll from himself, and that is an Earth scroll, while, Metal Bat has a kind of scroll from himself, also an Earth scroll. So yeah. Of course, this is where, Team Uncle has, a scroll of, heaven, but yeah. Of course, everyone else is getting their scrolls, but yeah. This is where the Death Forest began. Of course, Naruto signed the paper saying, it's okay if I die. Because Naruto just doesn't give a shit about dying, because he knows he ain't gonna die. He's just gonna become stronger after death, or near death. But yeah. So, of course, this is where, we go into Naruto. Naruto's walking around the whole damn Death Forest. This is where multiple people send kunais at him, and it was from the Rain Village, and not Rain, Rain Ninjas. And this is where the kunais were going so close to him. They kind of said multi kunai throw. This is where multiple appear because the multi shadow clone for the kunais appeared. But yeah, of course, this is where Naruto saw all of this. And what Naruto did, it just swiped the air. With his left hand, he just swiped the air and say, fist of flowing, He says, fist of flowing water, crush rock. This is where he just, slaps all the kunais away. This is where, the Rain Ninjas were confused. This is where Naruto appears, sending a knee straight towards one of the ninjas. And of course, they could not react fast enough. This is where the knee slams into one of their faces. And this is where, Gato kind of goes for the other one, grabbing him from the head and smashing him into the tree. And this is where the last one, he is goddamn confused. It was 3v1 and now it's 1v1. This is where he say, "Oh fuck. You're no way no normal ninja, are you?" Naruto says, "Don't worry, I'm not a somewhat ninja would say. I'm a Taijutsu master. And you're going to have to feel fear." This is where this illusion appears, but it's not fake illusion, so you can't just get rid of it. It's like a genjutsu and all that. And you can't really get rid of it. It's like Mike Guy's genjutsu, but you can't get rid of it. So of course, this is where, well, the Rain Ninja is feeling fear. This is where he's trying to get away. Until when he tries to get away, Naruto grabbed him from the, well, arms and kind of broke them. And this is where Naruto says, "Do you feel fear now? Do you feel like your body is telling you to run? I hope your heart is going to have a nice beat to it." This is where the Rain Ninja is getting scared. Of course, he's gargling from the mouth because he was so terrified. But yeah, of course, Naruto just took his scroll. But yeah, Naruto wasn't really going to kill him. He was just going to threaten the shit out of this guy because it's funny for him. That's why Naruto, he goes to, well, see more people. He has another herb scroll. He's thinking maybe just to trade it into someone else because, yeah. This is where, well, Naruto's walking around. And this is where he hears, well, somewhat commotion. It's mostly Team 7 fighting against Orochimaru. And Orochimaru is saying, "It seems that you're all pathetic." Sai is right now trying to get up. Of course, Sasuke is also trying to get up. This is where Sasuke says, "I won't give up." This is where he gets bite by the curse mark. And this is where Orochimaru says, "You will be one day seeking me for power." This is where Sai has passed out already, and Sasuke also. And this is where Sasuke screams and then passes out. This is where Orochimaru laughs and says, "Well, now it's time for me to..." He sees a knee coming straight to his face in slow motion and then slam. This is where he gets slammed into multiple trees, kind of being launched. And his body is becoming like a, well, how should I say, a rag. So yeah, he just slams into multiple things. This is where, well, he gets up and says, "What the hell was that?" This is where Naruto says, "Yo, I'm gonna be fighting you, so don't mind me." This is where, well, Orochimaru says, "It seems that you're Garu, aren't you? Doesn't matter. I'll take you on." This is where Orochimaru and, well, Naruto appear. This is where Naruto sends an uppercut straight to Orochimaru's, like, chin. And Orochimaru cannot react fast enough. So, of course, he gets slammed up into the sky. And this is where Orochimaru says, "What the... Huh?" He just realized he was up in the sky. And this is where an axe kick appears. Yeah, an axe kick. And smash him to the ground. Slam his body straight to the ground in high speeds, like Mach 2. This is where he slams to the ground and the ground just exploded with rubble and all that. This is where Naruto appears, slamming a knee straight towards Orochimaru's gut. This is where Orochimaru coughed up himself, a new version, but this is where Naruto punched him again in the face. This is where Orochimaru is being launched into multiple trees. Slam, slam, slam. This is where Orochimaru realized that he can't go full power. But this is where he pulled out the Kusanagi and started fighting against Naruto. Naruto blocked the Kusanagi by using, well, two flowing techniques. First, the fist of flowing water crush rock, and fist of warping wind slashing steel. So of course he's kind of just attacking Orochimaru, and Orochimaru is using his sword. And this is where Naruto is just blocking all the attacks, even hitting Orochimaru, hitting him with some of the attacks. Orochimaru getting hit left, right, up, down. He's trying to use his Kusanagi blade, but of course it's getting blocked, and of course he's getting hit more. This is where Orochimaru is trying his hardest. This is where Orochimaru sends his kick, but this is where Naruto blocks it, using one of the flowing fists, mostly the steel cutting. And this is where Orochimaru realizes that he gets his chance. He uses his other leg, but Naruto grabs it, breaks it, and Naruto then smashes his fist, well, his right fist, into Orochimaru's face. This is where Orochimaru goes into multiple trees again. This is where, well, some ninjas that were right now fighting against each other for a scroll, something fly past them. In high speeds, they're confused. They were like, they all stopped for a second. Now, I should mention this, this team. This team is a Kumo team, and the girl that was confused, She's actually the Kunoichi, Kunoichi from the Stone, but also the daughter of the Tsuchikage. Yes, this is Kurisuki. And this is where her teams are confused. Well, her two teammates. And this is where the other team is, well, a team from Rain, another team. And this, one of the girls that were fighting against Kurisuki, she was kind of a Rain ninja. And of course, her hair was like purple with highlights of blue and red. This is where, well, she was confused in what the hell that was. This is where Orochimaru appears and says, "You little brat!" This is where Kurisuki realized that that's Orochimaru, and the Rain Ninja female with her teammates realized that's Orochimaru also. This is where Orochimaru pulls out his Kusanagi, but this is where Naruto appears, slamming a fist straight to Orochimaru's like left side. This is where Orochimaru gets sent into the left side of himself and just thrown into the left side mostly. This is where, or not left side, mostly right side, but yeah, because yeah, it's the left side. This is where Orochimaru gets slammed all the way to another right side. This is where Kurisuki realized that someone's fighting against Orochimaru. And Naruto, when he lands to the ground, cracks it. And this is where Naruto goes and rushes straight to Orochimaru. It was just a blink. People were confused. This is where they realized that Garu, and of course, yes, Kurisuki managed to notice that was Garu, who's actually a Leaf Ninja, and right now fighting against Orochimaru. Like, pull up these hands. This is where, well, Anko was right now just watching her cute little Genins, well, mostly her team, fight against a team of, well, some sand ninjas that were, I really don't give a crap, but yeah, they're just, cannon fodder, but yeah. And this is where someone kind of slams into a tree right next to the, before, Sanjuni was about to kill one. This is where the person that slammed was Orochimaru. This is where Anko says, "Orochimaru!" This is where Sanjuni told her friends to get back here, where her team. And this is where the sand ninjas were confused. And this is where Naruto appears, saying, "Where do you think you're going?" He sends an uppercut straight towards Orochimaru. Orochimaru goes up in the air, but this is where Naruto kicks him straight in the stomach with let me say it again. A terrifying amount of power behind that kick. Orochimaru was sent back into more trees. And this is where Anko realized that Naruto's fighting against Orochimaru. This is where Anko thinks that she should probably let Naruto do it, or stop Naruto from fighting against Orochimaru. This is where, well, Orochimaru is getting slammed into multiple trees and all that. This is where, well, a team of Cloud, Kumo, and also the Sound Village are kind of fighting. This is where one girl with silver eyes that's slicked and has white hair is smiling at a girl with blonde hair and blue eyes. This is where Shodoi says, because yes. Sorry about that. Sorry, I keep burping, but yeah. Of course, this is where, well, Shodoi, who was with the white hair girl, kind of says, "So you're Samui. Huh. You're a prodigy of Kumo. But let's see who's stronger. Me versus you? I believe that I'm going to be stronger." This is where someone says, "Don't be caught." This is where something smashes by them. And this is where Orochimaru's on the ground. This is where Orochimaru's clutching his stomach and saying, "Little brat." This is where he looks towards himself and says, "Shodoi?" This is where Shodoi says, "Orochimaru?" This is where somebody says, "Orochimaru?" This is where Moe and Karu kind of go straight next to Samui. And this is where Shodoi's teammates kind of appear next to her. This is where, well, Orochimaru says, "Hey Shodoi, I need you to block a kick." This is where he could not dodge it because an axe kick came from out of nowhere, smashing his head straight to the ground. This is where Shodoi and Samui widened their eyes, and the person they saw was Gaara. This is where Naruto says, "Where do you think you're going?" This is where Orochimaru's like head just smashes to the ground. This is where, well, Orochimaru managed to kind of like vomit himself into another one and says, "Like I said, kid, screw you." This is where Naruto says, "Fist." He combined two other fist types and says, "Fist of exploding heart liberation" and "Fist of tiger fang biting truth." So of course he combined those attacks, and of course this is where one of the, well, like I said, the flowing water is kind of like blue, and the what's it called, the steel cutting is kind of red and all that. And of course, in the Explosion Liberation Heart one is, I'm gonna say, it's orange, like an orangey type. And of course, the Tiger one, I'm gonna say, is like a white tiger, like white color. Okay, so of course, it's where, well, that's what's happening. Of course, Naruto just smashing these attacks into Orochimaru, and Orochimaru is can't blocks him. This is where he swings the Kuzenagi blade, and this is where, when Naruto was about to get hit, this is where he pulls out, well, what's it called? This is where Naruto says, Yoi! This is where, when the Kuzenagi blade was going straight towards his neck, a staff appears that elongated and kind of clash with the Kuzenagi blade. This is where Orochimaru says, what the? This is where Naruto grabs the staff and it starts kind of clashing with Orochimaru's Kuzenagi blade. This is what Orochimaru is clashing with it, with the, what's it called, the sword. Now, of course, this is Yoi, the same staff that Morty kind of had during the kind of God War and other things like that, before it was shattered and all that. So yeah, it was that Yoi, okay? So I'll mention how he gets the other ones. He has like 19 staff, I think so, or more than that. But wait, let me think about it. I don't remember, but yeah. So of course, this is where Naruto is right now clashing with Orochimaru, and Orochimaru sees that the staff is strong as fuck. It's a strong ass material that he doesn't even know what it is. This is where he realizes his Kuzenagi blade is actually getting cracks in his blade. This staff is stronger than that blade, even though the blade was created by the Sage of Six Paths. No, this fucking staff is stronger than it. This is where Orochimaru says, "You little." This is where Naruto says, Yui, extend and expand. This is where it expanded and then it extended, smashing into Orochimaru, smashing him into multiple trees, and then throwing him out of the trees into the air. This is where Orochimaru is like getting slammed up in the air in Mach speed of, well, I'm gonna say 2, but yeah, Mach speed 2. And of course, Orochimaru is being launched that fast, and of course the staff is, well, upon him. So yeah. Of course, Naruto started kind of running up the staff and kind of like moving around up in the sky, which his hands became lightning. And this is where, since I don't remember the cloud's name, I'm gonna call it Nimbus. So this is where Naruto says, Nimbus, lightning thunderstorm. This is where he sends his hand straight towards Orochimaru. Well, not at him, like fully touching him. No, just towards him, like the direction he's at. Nimbus appears, sending a lightning storm barrage at Orochimaru, smashing him with mostly a bunch of lightning. This is where his body is kind of paralyzed. This is where a lot of people are up in the, well, some people are up in the trees trying to look for, well, the tower, and they just see a staff and lightning storm smashing into someone. This is where Anko kind of widened her eyes. Ambus were right now kind of running to the spot because Anko did kind of tell them that Orochimaru's here. And this is where they're kind of seeing the giant ass staff. And they're wondering, who the fuck is doing that? This is where, well, we go into Baru. Baru is going against a silver hair person who managed to kind of paralyze one of his arms. This is where, well, mostly kind of like silverish hair. This is where he had glasses. And of course his two teammates were knocked out, but yeah. This is where Metal Bat says, you better give me your scroll before I kill you. This is where, well, this is where Kabuto says, if he could. Also, I should realize one thing. I was calling Kankura Kaksu last time, and I fucked it up. So yeah, his name is Kankura, not Kaksu. So yeah, not Kabuto, someone else. But yeah, mostly the makeup guy. But yeah. So of course, this is where, well, we go back into Metal Bat versus Kabuto. Kabuto says, no, you should give me your scroll instead, or should I kill you? Metal Bat says, kill me? Kill me, you say. This is where an aura appears on Metal Bat. This anger aura. This is where Metal Bat disappears, and Kabuto widens his eyes. This is where a Metal Bat was going straight to his face. Until he hears, both of them hears the explosion, and they just see a lightning barrage onto Orochimaru. This is where Metal Bat realized that it's Garu. And of course, this is where Metal Bat sees Kabuto, sees Garu and Kabuto. This is where he's thinking, which one pisses him off most? This is where he says, Garu? But this guy paralyzed my arm. I'm picking this guy. He smashes his bat into Kabuto's face. This is where Kabuto was widening his eyes. That bat swing has so much terrifying power. If he didn't substitute, he would have got his face crushed into a million pieces. This is where Metal Bat appears again, swinging his bat straight towards Kabuto's head. Kabuto managed to duck, and the tree that was right next to him shatters. This is where Kabuto widens his eyes. This is where Metal Bat smashes his face with the Metal Bat. This is where, well, he then has his paralyzed arm still. The one that was, well, kind of like paralyzed, and yeah, because of the chakra scalpels that Kabuto uses. This is where Metal Bat managed to put chakra in it and just grab it. Just managed to move it around. This is where Kabuto widens his eyes. And this is where Metal Bat grabs the Metal Bat with both of his hands and appear right in front of Kabuto, smashing his bat into Kabuto's chest. This is where Kabuto realized that some of his ribs just got shattered. He smashes into multiple trees, but yeah. This is where we go back into Naruto, who's right now fighting against Orochimaru. Orochimaru is now just in the sky for a little bit. And this is where Naruto, he says, Yui, what's it called? Like shrink and kind of, what's the opposite of expanded? Fuck. Not expanded. Wait, oh yeah, shrink and thin. So this is where, I think I said it wrong, but whatever. So of course it kind of just shrinks back into its normal staff size, because yeah, Naruto wanted back into a normal staff. And this is where, well, Naruto, who's right now up in the air, smashes his staff onto Orochimaru's head, cracking it but also smashing him into the ground. This is where Orochimaru gets into the ground, and around Orochimaru, everything exploded, since that power kind of sent him straight into the ground at Mach speed 7. So yeah, he was kind of destroying everything with just his body alone. This is where Orochimaru tries to get up, but he feels that he doesn't have enough chakra. All those terrifying punches, kicks, and all that really made him have to use so much energy. This is where Orochimaru sees Naruto going straight towards him. Now Naruto does have the staff, but this is where Naruto's face, well, eyes becomes bloodshot red, and his hair becomes bloodshot red also. This is where it's showing something that Orochimaru widens his eyes. His eyes are yellow, but they have the cross that's black. And of course, he is right now in God mode slash, well, Bub, I say, wait, was it Bub Dragon? Naruto is right now in mid-dragon mode, but also in God mode, because he has both Morty and Garu's powers together. This is where Orochimaru managed to get up, and this is where he summons Manda out. Manda rushes at Naruto. Naruto rips through him like it's nothing. And this is where he appears right in front of Orochimaru, smashing his fist. So that right now he's in mid-God, well, not mid, he's in mid-dragon level, and also he is in God mode of, well, Morty's power. This is where he smashes his fist into Orochimaru's face. This is where Orochimaru got sent so far. This is where he smashes almost out of the whole entire Death Forest. This is where so many people are right now scared, because they just see this kind of battle of gods, or what is happening. So, of course, this is where Hiruzen was told about it. And, of course, Hiruzen is shocked to just see Orochimaru just thrown like a fucking ragdoll. This is where, well, he also see another kid gets thrown in like a ragdoll by Battle. Battle is right now having this aura around him. This terrifying amount of aura. This is where Sanjin Lee sees both Battle and also Garu. And this is where Garu kind of rushes at Orochimaru with blinding speed. Orochimaru says, I won't lose. This is where he puts his hand into the 5-element seal, smashes into the 5-element seal into Naruto's body, because Naruto's shirt was really torn off. And this is where the seal, he twisted it and sealing off Naruto's chakra. And this is where Naruto grabs Orochimaru from the arms. This is where Orochimaru widens his eyes, thinking that that seal will seal off all his chakra. This is where Kabuto is right now trying to get up so he can try to save his like sensei, until a bat hits him from the back. And a bat hits him from the back, and of course his backbones just shatters. This is where he falls down to the ground because of the terrifying power. This is where he says, no. This is where Orochimaru says, your chakra should be done. How do you have enough strength? This is where Naruto says, 'cause I am fear. So yeah, his voice just becomes so deep. This is where Orochimaru is feeling his power. He is trying to get away. But of course, this is where Hiruzen is seeing this and saying, "Oh shit, something's going to happen." Hmm. Uh, who wants to go save him? This is where Hiruzen kind of like asks any Ambos that were right next to him. All the Ambos goes. They walk further away from the Death Forest, further away from Hiruzen. They just like quit. They were like, "We good." Not fam. But yeah, this is where Battle, who's right now saying, you might have done something disgusting behind those little chakra, whatever bullshit. I saw the professional use. There's no way you're just someone that failed Genin test so many times. Even I'm not that stupid enough for that false. But since your crime, I shall punish you. This is judgment. That's where Battle kind of sends a swing towards, Kabuto's legs, which he crushes the legs, and Kabuto screams. This is where, Orochimaru says, No, you can't do this. You can't break my arms. This is where Naruto breaks him in an instant. This is where he rips him off fully. This is where Orochimaru screams in just agony, pain. This is where so many people who are right now kind of crawling out of the Death Forest after seeing just this like playing field that was destroyed by Orochimaru's power or Gaara's power, and they just see Orochimaru being like crying like a little bitch right in front of Gaara, who Gaara is right now just torturing him. It's where Naruto says, I have heard what you did to my sensei, Uncle Mitarashi. I'm going to break your fucking life, just like how you broke her life. This is where Uncle is hearing this, and she says, I approve at the same time because it's brutal. This is where Battle, he already just like tosses Kabuto into the wall. Kabuto, his body is limping because he's fully dead. Yeah, Battle kind of didn't hold back. He was pissed and annoyed with Kabuto, and what he was more annoyed is that Naruto was having more fun. So yeah, of course the word Karu says, let's hear those delicious screams of fear and despair. This is where, Orochimaru gulps and says, wait, can we just... This is where, we go into 30 minutes later, and all you hear is screams, pain of agony, and crying from Orochimaru. This pain is unbelievable. He wants to die now. He doesn't want to live forever if this pain can just keep happening to him. This is where, Hiruzen, he was just eating popcorn for a little bit, thinking that Naruto might have killed him. No, he was quite disturbed. Very disturbed. Uncle was the most, how should I say? She was the most, she always liked torturing people. And of course, this little act from Naruto and Orochimaru kind of made her terrified of Naruto. This is where Battle didn't care that much about the screams. No, he kind of went after some other people that he kind of noticed. Mostly some sound ninjas that kind of went after Sasuke and his team. And Battle kind of destroyed them on an instant. This is where he was just bleeding from his mouth. And of course, he just takes the blood from his mouth and kind of just spits out some blood and all that. But yeah. Also, his ears was kind of bleeding because his ear did exploded. From, one of the guys sound waves, but they didn't do shit towards him. Of course, this is where Kim is scared and she's kind of crying because she is scared of Battle. Battle is terrifying to her. But of course, this is where, she didn't get hit or killed by Battle. Her other teammate named Zakon gets killed. Her other team that had kind of a scarf and showed none of its face, but mostly one eye, was kind of on the ground, knocked the fuck out. But yeah, this is where Kim is just staying there frozen and trying not to cry, but Battle was scary to her. But yeah, of course they hear the Orochimaru screams in pain, and of course when Naruto says, I should probably end this. Naruto shoves his hand into Orochimaru's heart, rips it out, puts it into Orochimaru because he breaks the jawline. And of course, this is where Naruto says, "Now swallow." This is where Orochimaru is screaming, of course, trying to scream, and this is where his head gets exploded because Naruto puts pressure in both of the sides of the head. But yeah. Now, of course, if you want to think about how it looks like, think of Death Battle. Yeah, if you watch Death Battles, think of Homelander. Yeah, I think that's his name, Lander Home or no Homelander versus what's it called Omni-Man, and that little scene where Omni-Man managed to make, well, not manage, makes Homelander like eats its own heart. Yeah, think about that. So yeah, Naruto just did something so brutal that everyone is terrified of him. This is where Naruto gets out of his form and says, "Ooh, the Heaven Scroll." He got it from Orochimaru's dead body. This is where, well, he looks at the others and says, "It seems that an army appears. It seems that I get to have more fun." This is where Naruto, he's out of the form, but of course, he's smiling. This is where he kind of takes off some blood from his mouth and licks it and gets ready for the battle. This is where Harusen says, Naruto, this is where Naruto, before he even gets to rush, he kind of tripped and fell into his face. And of course, this is where Naruto says, "Ow, motherfucker, what the hell do you want, old man?" Harusen says, "It seems like you got both of the scrolls. Maybe you should go to the tower." Naruto says, "This is called the Death Forest." No, it would have been called the Death Forest if it didn't have multiple, I don't know, spatial fields that has an explosion crater. Naruto says, "So if I step into the Death Forest, I get to kill them all?" Haruto says, "No, because you already have two scrolls, and I can see that." Naruto gets annoyed. He was about to rip through so many people. His bloodlust, it has already went down. He just wanted to scare them more. Scare them into fear and despair. It's where Naruto says, "Okay, I'll be going there." This is where Naruto is walking towards the opponents instead of going to the tower. This is where all of them get scared. So many people falls on their boats and just get scared, telling Naruto to go away. Please don't kill them. This is where Gaara was so shocked. Gaara was terrified. This is where, well, Gaara was not using his hand because he was too frozen and terrified. This is where Tamari, she widened her eyes. And of course, this is where Naruto, he didn't go straight towards Gaara or Conqueror to kill them. No, she just saw that he went towards her. This is where Naruto says, "Good luck, Tamari-chan. I hope I get to see you in the, what's it called? Well, tower." Bye. This is where Naruto walks away, and this is where Tamari flustered up, and this is where she just froze, but she is flustered up mostly, but yeah. This is where, well, that's happening, and of course, Baru did already have a scroll. That's a heaven scroll from Kabuto's dead body, and also the Sound 4, or not Sound 4, the Sound 3, but yeah. So of course, after that happening, we go into like 5 days later. And of course, where, well, Naruto's team, or mostly Naruto, is in the preliminary rounds. And of course, Naruto's going against Kiba. Kiba is terrified and wants to give up. Naruto says, Kiba, don't give up. Besides, we haven't had a little fun. You know, I still gotta break your bones and arms and legs. So don't run away. This is where Kiba is saying, Naruto, we can talk about this, right? He's screaming, and of course, this is where Orochimaru sees this. And of course, Naruto just tortures him and breaks all his bones. But yeah. This is where Naruto leaves, but yeah. Of course, this is where Battle goes against someone named Neji Hyuga. And Battle just breaks all his bones in an instant. Neji tries to deflect it with a gentle fist, but all his attacks didn't work on Battle, and Battle just broke his bones. Left, right, down, up, down, yeah, basically all his bones. Both Neji and Kiba are unable to ever become a ninja. Well, they can, it's just an experiment because, well, they went against two terrifying people. And Naruto wasn't satisfied. He then got down there after, Rock Lee going against, Gaara. And Rock Lee almost losing, but this is where Naruto smacks his hand away. And this is where Naruto says, "Hey, Rock Lee, You did pretty good. But can I have this match? This is where Rock Lee says, Ugh, I guess so. This is where Naruto says, good. This is where Naruto licks his lips and looks at Gaara. Gaara is terrified. His sand is trying to be strong enough. When this is where, Haruka says, Naruto, you cannot attack another person opponent. Okay? Naruto says, but Rock Lee gave his match up. So let me have just a little bit of fun, right? That's where Haruka says, no, Naruto. Fine. So where Naruto walks away, but yeah. This is where Gaara sighs and just goes with his team. But yeah. Okay, so I'm getting kind of tired, so I'm actually gonna leave it off right here and kind of begin tomorrow. But yeah, I'm getting tired, so have a nice potato day, potato night, potato seed, potato. But other than that, have a nice potato day. So yeah, bye bye.